appearing on Charlie Manuel's lineup card. The offense is quickly transforming back into the powerful attack we are used to, and opposing pitchers have their hands full from the top to the bottom each night. A repaired and refreshed lineup has spelled success for the Phillies since the last week of July, and they are still missing one very big piece. Last night, there was a playoff atmosphere here at Citizens Bank Park because the Phils were taking on the San Francisco Giants, and the two shared the top spot in the wild card. Well, the atmosphere is still intact, but the Phillies lead the wild card by a game over the Giants as we get ready for Game 2 of this three-game series. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Chris Wheeler. Gary Matthews, well, he's over on radio tonight. We'll tell you about that in just a little bit. Well, let's tell you first about this Phillies offense. What a night last night, Wheels, because it seemed like Barry Zito had the Phillies number, but then all of a sudden, the offense woke up.
Yeah, it was an explosion for them, Tom. Zito was pitching great, changing speeds, getting them out front. They had a lot of at-bats out on their front foot, making weak outs, and then all of a sudden they started to put it together. Roy Oswalt put down a tremendous bunt with one out to put runners at second and third with two outs. Jimmy Rollins with a clutch hit, and off the Phillies went. They tie the game right here, and they were not to be headed after that. In the sixth inning, they take a two-run lead. Great at-bat by Shane Victorino with a couple men on base. Hits a changeup into left center field. Gets a double out of that. And then in the eighth inning, they blew the game open. A combination of timely hitting and mistakes by the Giants, and Carlos Ruiz with a two-run double right there. His teammates really happy. They produced 6 runs last night on just 3 swings of the bat. This is what they were doing from May 18th to July 21st. It was just awful. As everybody remembers, they just couldn't score. It was brutal to watch. And right now, since that time, their offense has really picked up, and it's a lot more fun. Of course, winning's always fun, but when they were losing like that and making all those right turns offensively, it wasn't a whole lot of fun to watch.
And since the 5th of July, the Phillies, the Giants, and the Minnesota Twins, those are the top 3 teams record-wise in Major League Baseball. Well, consistency has certainly been one of the monikers for Placido Polanco during his career, and 2010 is no different.
Well, this guy can hit. You know, even when the Phillies brought him back, they thought, well, how well will he play third base? He's done very good down there. But everybody knows this guy. When he is healthy, he can swing the bat. He makes contact. He got a big hit here the other night to get things going for Roy Halladay, and then Halladay did the rest. In fact, he even scored a run there. Last night, he was just hitting it all over the place. He hit it hard. He hit it soft there. He got a little blooper. There's a BB. He hits the center field. He got base hits his first 4 times up and then lined out to center field trying for a 5-hit night. So Placido Polanco, one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball. In fact, right now, he is the best hitter in the National League with an average of .325. He's pretty healthy. That elbow still bothers him at times, but for the most part, he is healthy right now. And when this guy is healthy, you bat him up in the top of the order. He can do so much for you. He's just a tremendous hitter.
Well, this has been a great run during the month of August for the Phillies. 11-3. They're looking for win number 12 tonight. 2 former first-rounders, Joe Blanton, will be opposed tonight by right-hander Matt Cain in Game 2 of this 3-game series. Well, another sold-out crowd settling in, getting all of the autographs they can before the lineups and the first pitch. building. You see the lights of Citizens Bank Park as we get set for Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Phillies and the San Francisco Giants. And then inside Citizens Bank Park, another sold-out crowd getting set to settle in. Ashburn Alley is busy. The folks at Campos brought us some cheesesteaks tonight. They're busy as well. And tomorrow, well, tonight will be the 99th consecutive sellout here at the ballpark. Tomorrow will be number 100. Pretty impressive. Well, here's tonight's starting lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Leading it off at center field, Andres Torres. Buster Posey, the catcher, bats second. Aubrey Huff is at first base. He'll hit third, followed by Pat Burrell, the left fielder. Jose Guillen, the right fielder, bats fifth. Pablo Sandoval, he'll hit sixth. He's over at third base. And then the bottom third of Juan Uribe, Mike Fontenot, and Matt Cain. And they'll face right-hander Joe Blanton, making his 20th start of the year. 4 6 wheels with a 5.69 ERA. And boy, if Joe could just get through the first inning, it seems like everything else works out fine.
Yeah, you see the numbers as you mentioned there, Tom. He doesn't walk a lot of batters, way too many hits, and that, of course, is a thing that has plagued him throughout the year. He got off to a slow start because he was injured, didn't pitch until May. And, you know, there's no pressure right now on a guy like Joe Blanton. You know, he's signed to a nice contract. He's a 4th or 5th starter on this team. So they really think that he can settle down and help them the rest of the way. 6 or more innings pitched in 5 out of his last 6 starts, and you know they'd like that or more if possible here tonight against the Giants. That's his career numbers against San Francisco.
Yeah, he faced the Giants for the first time when he was with the Oakland A's in the Bay Area matchups in interleague play. And you see it allowed 20 first-inning runs in 19 starts this season. His earned run average in the first inning 8.53, which is the 3rd highest in baseball.
Talked to Rich Doobie about it. They just don't think there's anything other than the fact that, you know, he hasn't gotten hitters out. You know, he's been hit hard sometimes. Other times he hasn't. Says there's nothing with the way he warms up. It's just a matter of go out and execute your pitches and get them out in the first like you do in the second and third.
He's got it at 1 ball and 1 strike to Andres Torres, who's a .288 hitter, 11 homers and 47 RBIs. Playing center field again for Aaron Rowand. I guess it's getting to the point that if Aaron Rowand was in center field, he'd be playing for Andres Torres.
Yeah, Aaron has kind of dropped down in their rotation as far as their outfielders go.
Hot shot, foul. First base umpire Larry Vanover.
It's hard to tell what he's going to do.
I didn't know what he was going to do. I assumed he was going to wave foul, but he was making it somewhat theatrical.
Yeah, you see the rest of the umpiring crew with Jeff Kellogg behind the plate. It was almost like Larry was thinking, wait, I think that was
a foul ball.
All right, we'll go that. He's been umpire. Larry's been around a long time. Good guy.
Torres was 1 for 4 in last night's ball game. And he has been a pretty good pickup for the Giants. The 3rd major league team for Andres Torres.
I want to walk and lead.
The Giants are going to have a 1-0 lead. That is a long home run into the second deck. And that's the 18th home run surrendered by Joe Blanton, and the Giants lead it 1-0.
Well, I didn't even get it out. I was going to say, you certainly don't want to walk him here because he might steal a bag, and he didn't want to walk him either. So look how he threw a fastball right down Broadway. That was headed right for that AT&T sign and then cleared it. See why Andres Torres is getting a chance to play. There's a high fastball and boom. Boy, that is a long homer.
Well, 12th home run, 48 RBIs now for Torres, and it's 1-0 San Francisco.
And more first inning trouble.
Well, the Giants scored 2 runs in the first inning last night, and the Phillies came from behind to win it. And Buster Posey takes a breaking ball for a strike. It's 1-1. Pat Burrell homered in last night's ball game. And that was part of that 2-run first off of Roy Oswalt. But Roy certainly settled in and gave the Phillies 7 strong innings last night.
I'm trying to think where that ball would have been at AT&T Park. That wouldn't have been a splashdown. That would probably was headed out into a deeper part of the ballpark. Would have been a home run, but probably not into the water.
Might have been out onto the walkway, though.
Could have been on the walkway, yeah.
It would have just avoided the cable car.
The cable car up there in right center, yeah. That's a beautiful ballpark.
2-2, floated to center, a base hit for Buster Posey. He just guided that breaking ball right into center. And he's aboard with nobody out. after the third leadoff home run this season for Andres Torres. Well, this Posey kid is looking like a pretty good player.
Yeah, he's a middle of the order hitter too. He's going to hit down eventually, and has, and maybe even will tomorrow with Hamels going, a left-handed pitcher. We'll see. But he can do a lot of things. He's very impressive.
Well, here's Aubrey Huff. Huff in the first inning last night against Oswald hit into a 4-6-3 double play. It was kind of a big deal at the time because the Giants were, they were threatening. They scored a run on the double play and then Burrell homered, but you never know how that inning would have looked if they didn't get the double play off the bat of Huff.
Yeah, like a lot of starting pitchers, they have trouble in the first inning. We're seeing it again here right now with Joe Bland again, and some of the really good ones like that guy right there can have first inning troubles, as Roy did, and then settled down and gave up just the one run the rest of the way on the home run by Guillen.
Off the hands, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Huff this year hitting .292 with 20 homers and 68 runs batted in. He's had kind of a renaissance this season with the Giants, even though they've been trying to find a position for him on an every game basis. Swing and a miss, and he got it. First down of the ball game. Well, it's time now to take a look at the Nissan keys to the game. Did you say anything about first inning runs in the keys?
Yeah, I did. But we didn't get them up fast enough.
No, we didn't.
And continue to hit Matt Cain for the Phillies because they've had pretty good luck against him. He's a very good pitcher, but they have hit him throughout the years.
Well, it's the end of the model year, and Nissan's laying it all on the line. Nissan's bottom line sales event going on now. Burrell waves at a breaking ball. Burrell hit his 11th home run of the season with the Giants last night. He has 13 overall, counting his 2 with the Rays.
Yeah, he is certainly swinging first ball fastball.
Pat was wearing the sunglasses again today before batting practice to shield that black eye he has in his right eye, around his right eye.
Yeah.
And he stays alive as he lifts it foul.
Here's his first at bat last night. Roy threw a high changeup, and that thing took a long ride. Gave him the 2-0 lead that Tom just mentioned, and then, of course, Phillies would come back and beat them handily with a big 8th inning.
Toward right field, Jason Worth coming on, still coming on, makes the catch. Sounded like he may have broken Burrell's bat. And Posey had gone halfway. And was able to get back.
Yeah, right off the end of the bat, you could hear it break. So, now Joe Bland, this is where he's gotten hurt before, too, in the first inning. He's already given up 1, but he gets to with 2 out. Dodgers got 3 runs off him the other night with 2 outs.
In that Dodgers game, the Phillies wound up coming from behind, down 9-2 in the 8th inning. And Joe received a no decision that night. He throws a pretty good breaking pitch for a strike to Guillen.
Yeah, if there was ever a game you expected to lose, it was that one.
Guillen 2 for 4 last night, and he smokes one. That's going to hook foul, but it's a long foul ball.
Ball carrying tonight?
I think a little bit.
Sure is in the first inning.
It's tough to tell during batting practice because it was raining a little bit during BP.
Yeah. Man.
Guillen has certainly loved hitting in this ballpark.
I want to stay out of that zone right now. Yeah, they're going to go away.
And it's low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a 22 pitch first inning. Well, that's nothing compared to his first inning the other night against the Dodgers.
It's over 30, right?
Yep.
Like 37 maybe.
Right side to his left. Utley slides, knocks it down, and everybody's safe. And it'll be a base hit for Guillen. Chase is going to fix the turf as he goes back to his position.
Yeah, well, he made a good pitch there. Not much you can do about it. And it's at a perfect spot. Utley hopes that maybe Posey got a little frisky going around second, but he's a catcher, and he dropped that.
Here's Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval hitting well over his last 7 games. Overall, hitting .269 with 8 homers and 47 RBIs. And he pops it up. Left side, Jimmy Rollins heads out. It's a shallow left. He's under it. And he makes the catch in the side. He's retired. But the Giants take the lead. And Andres Torres solo home run to kick off the ball game. It was a long one. And the Giants lead at 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. The bottom of the first, the umpires are meeting behind second base, and it looks like they're talking about some of the ground rules here at the ballpark because they were using their body to lean forward as if a fan would reach over the small fences around the outfield, in right field and in left field.
And that's a good idea to do that between innings, you know, if you're not sure about something.
Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Leading it off at shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Placido Polanco bats second. Chase Utley's down to the number 3 spot against the right-hander. He'll be at second base. Raul Ibanez, the left fielder, bats cleanup. Jason Worth is in the 5-hole. He's in right. Shane Victorino bats 6th. Ross Globe makes the start after the groin injury. He's over at first base batting 7th. Carlos Ruiz bats 8th. And batting 9th is Joe Blanton. They'll face right-hander Matt Cain, making his 25th start of the year. And he's pitched pretty well for the Giants. 9-9 with a 3.11 earned run average.
Really good numbers. Look at the overall and the left and right. And he evidently is one of those major league pitchers they don't get a lot of runs for. He's really turned into a pitcher, though. He used to just rear back and fire, and now he really uses his off-speed stuff. Still has above average fastball. Probably one of the better pitchers in the league on any given night. He is very, very good, and it just depends on what kind of night you catch him on.
Just 25 years old. He'll be 26 on the 1st of October. And he's ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jimmy Rollins.
First game he pitched in this ballpark, it was like BP. It sounded like a rifle range. Phillies were hitting 1 home run after another off him. But that was a long time ago. You know, he's come a long way since then.
Jimmy hits one right back through the middle, of base hit. A good way to start for the Phils here at the bottom of the first. And Jimmy, who had 2 hits last night, picks up his first tonight.
Yeah, use the middle of the field. 2 strikes on him right through the wickets.
Wheels alluded to Cain's numbers against the Phillies. 0-2 with an earned run average of 7.20. He's allowed now 22 hits in 20 innings, but that's only part of the problem. In his previous 4 games, he walked 12 in those 20 innings. And here's Polanco with Jimmy at first.
Chase Utley has 3 home runs off him. I think he may have hit 2 in that game that I was talking about. I know Ryan Howard got him way out to center field. Utley had at least 1 real long one off him. But back then, you know, he was just kind of a rear back and fire, fairly straight fastball.
Polanco sitting atop the National League in batting average. Second time in a couple weeks he's leading the way in the National League. Joey Votto had a good night last night for the Reds. Is second. The Reds will be in Arizona later on.
Charlie's flip-flop Polanco and Utley tonight with a right-hander on the mound. Put Chase back in his number 3 hole. He likes his lineup right now. You know, he's going to like it a lot more when he gets Ryan Howard back. But you know, he can do more things now, and he has a much stronger bench, obviously.
1-1 the count to Polanco. And King steps off, and Jimmy heads back to the bag.
Kane has decent times to the plate. Not a guy you think you have a track meet going when he's on the mound, but you know, like any pitcher, if you can figure him out, almost any pitcher, you can run on him.
The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Joe Kelly of Bethlehem, PA. If the Phillies hit a home run at tonight's ball game, Big Joe's going to win $600. The Phillies have gone through a little bit of a drought without the long ball. Jimmy goes, pitch is lifted foul, and he'll have to go back. It's 1-2.
1-1, not normally a hit and run count, so it doesn't mean you don't do it. So I'm not sure. But it did look like Polanco swung at a bad ball there, almost trying to protect Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy takes off again, and again a foul ball. That time Placido didn't want to let it go by because it was too close to take.
Yeah, 2 strikes now. You know, he's up there in hack mode.
Jimmy's got to catch his breath.
Yeah. And he's just trying to steal a bag here. And he throws a little bit of a hanging slider. And it was probably going to be a strike. He had a swing at that.
Well, you see base stealers are 14 of 23 against Kane. He has a couple of pretty good receivers that he works with in Posey and Benji Molina before Posey.
Whatever he did just then, Jimmy Rollins knew they were coming over there. As you could see, he started to go back to first base before Kane completed his throw over.
Here's Posey. He's thrown out more than 30% of the runners that have tried to steal against him this year. Jimmy doesn't go, and a swing and a miss, and Polanco's down on strikes. It doesn't happen often. And 1 away.
We talked about he likes his changeup a lot more than he used to. See him choke that, and it's a changeup, not a strike, but real good arm speed, and it fooled Polanco when he chased it.
Oh, a different set of folks. And a similar reception to last night for Chase Utley. Batting third tonight, as we mentioned. You can see his numbers against Kane. 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in. Chase was 0 for 5 last night. Charlie Manuel was talking today about Chase's fly ball to center, how he thought that was the best swing he had all night. And he said that was a good sign, that he drove the ball to the track in center. I think one of the better signs was that Chase was out there taking batting practice today, and no problems at all with that thumb.
Well, they weren't going to let him play if he had problems with it. You know, the doctors would not have given them the okay for him to go on a rehab if they were worried about the thumb. So, you know, there's been some speculation that maybe back too soon if he were to get hurt right now, the medical profession would be surprised.
Outside, and Jimmy was a little too far off the first base bag, and Posey, if it wasn't a left-handed hitter, might have had an easy path to throw the ball to first.
Yeah, they thought they saw something there, but he didn't like the jump that he got, and he throws on the brakes. So it's right there, throws the brakes on. As Tom said, it was tough for Posey to throw, and Huff was a little late getting back because he had jumped off the bag with a left-handed hitter to try and cover up the hole over there.
In the air to left field, not that deep. Pat Burrell coming on. It's a tough sky right now, and Pat makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Well, some news from around the National League East. We had heard rumors about this, and it finally has happened. Derek Lee who had to approve any trade the Cubs decided to make, agreed to go to Atlanta. And he'll go to the Braves, and the Cubs get 3 pitching prospects. Now, some folks thought that Lee would immediately be put at first and Gloss would move over to third. Well, that's not the case. Gloss is going to be coming off the bench now, apparently, for Atlanta.
Heard that today that on MLB channel, listening to it coming in, that they really thought that Gloss was going to go to the bench, and because of Prado, Infante, and Conrad, if they can mix and match down there at third base, put Gloss on the bench, because he has really been struggling. And I don't think they want Gloss to try and play third. He can't throw anymore.
I can't imagine he can move over third the way he used to move.
Yeah, and he's not a third baseman. He was at one time and was okay, but not anymore.
Well, that certainly makes the Braves a better team defensively and offensively.
Yeah, and he gives him a bat off the bench if he can accept that role.
Want to know the count to Ibanez.
Well, Derek Lee not only can swing the bat, but you say defensively, he's a Rawlings Gold Glove winner.
Now, if he's healthy, that's a big question because he's been having back problems lately.
Well, it was a good move for them. Frank Wren, their general manager, did a good job with that.
Jimmy goes, pitches taken for a strike, the throw to second high, and Jimmy's safe at second base. 13th stolen base of the year for J-Roll.
You could tell he really wanted to go at some point in the count, and finally picked the spot and made it. And he had stopped and started a few other times. Great jump that time, and Posey's throw is high, and Uribe comes forward to catch it and then tries to go back, and Jimmy catches the back of the bag with his hand.
28 consecutive steals for Jimmy without being caught. So he's in scoring position with the Phillies down 1-0. And a base hit should tie the game. 3-1 the count to Ibanez.
Yeah, they have base open and a right-handed hitter Worth on deck, so he just went backwards there with a 2-1 changeup. We'll see if he challenges Ibanez here. Usually when you see that pitch on 2-1, it means they're not going to throw a fastball that he can hit. At least not intentionally.
Outside, ball 4, and Ibanez is aboard.
That's what he did. I mean, he threw a fastball right there, but it was out of the strike zone. It was like, go ahead, you want to swing at it, feel free. Bruce Bochy, I'm sure, was fine with that little bit of a pitch around there with 2 outs.
Now Kane will deal with Jason Worth. In his last start, Kane threw 31 pitches in the first inning. Because of that, didn't go too deep in the game, or as deep as he normally would go. And he's thrown 17 pitches here in the first, and the Phillies have 2 aboard with 2 outs.
Yeah, both these guys struggling in the first inning, and leadoff home run for the Giants, the difference in the game at this point.
Jason last night was 1 for 4 in the ball game. You see, he is looking for any kind of a hit with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. He's 0 for his last 34.
It's amazing.
Particularly for a guy that's hitting .400 in his last 26 games.
Well, you put that up enough times, he's going to get a hit.
He's got a good hitter's count here, ahead 2-0. Now it's 3-0.
And now just the opposite with Worth. He's not trying to pitch around him. The game plan for the Giants was to go get Jason Worth after they let Ibanez go there. They don't necessarily want to see Victorino up there batting left-handed with the bases loaded.
Jason was ready to take a walk, but the pitch was on the outside corner for a strike. It's 3-1.
Fastball for a strike. Certainly not. If he had a green light, that's certainly not a 3-0 green light pitch he's swinging.
Jimmy takes off, and the pitch swung on and missed. Posey fakes the throw. Sandoval didn't bother to go cover. And that's the second stolen base of the inning for Jimmy. 29 straight without being caught. Ibanez didn't follow.
No, that's just something Rollins did in his own. Sometimes that distracts the hitter. But your third baseman shouldn't cover on this play. There's no reason to cover. Because all you do is leave a hole open there on the left side that you could shoot one through, which there's 2 outs. If there's 1 out, you got to cover.
Now Ibanez will be off on this pitch. Sandoval lingers back. Here's the 3-2. In the air to center field. That's pretty well hit. Torres going back. He's got room. He's under it, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. We've completed 1. Came through a lot of pitches, but gets out of the first without allowing a run. And authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear straight from the official source, thephillies.com shop, except no substitutes. Well, top of the second. Ashburn Alley is abuzz right now, just as it was last night. There were a lot of people walking around there before the ball game tonight, even with the cloud cover. And last night the same. Juan Uribe swings at the first pitch, and he lifts it right to Victorino in center. One away. So Bland gets the first out with 1 pitch here in the second. How about the Phillies starting staff over the last 24 games? It's the total opposite of what the Giants have done. And a lot of it has to do with Roy Halladay and even Kyle Kendrick, who has pitched well. Phillies staff 11-4 with a couple of complete games and a 2.82 earned run average in the last 24 games. 2.82.
Well, you want to look at why they're 16-2 here, or 17-2 in their last 19 games, and playing much better baseball. Always comes down to pitching. If you don't pitch, and if you can't have a starting rotation that takes you deep into games, you will lose.
Well, the staff has gone 6 innings or more in 20 of those 24 games. Now, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it gives you a chance.
1-2 the count to Fontenot, starting for the second straight night. And a swing and a miss, and he was nowhere near that fastball, and there are 2 outs. Let's see, Will, since the 22nd of July, earned run average of 3.15.
It's a run difference.
Yep.
You know, that doesn't sound like that big a deal. It's a huge deal if you can flip a run like that.
Matt Cain is the hitter, and he takes a pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. And even if you look at the runs scored, they were at 4.6 and improved to 5.3. Couple that with an earned run average that is a run better. That's why they've won 19 games.
Chance to win more games. Even with all the other problems they've had. Pitching can really cover up a lot of problems. This game is, it's offense is fun. We all love it. Everybody loves a home run ball. But when you win, normally, it's pitching and defense. I mean, over the course of a long season, there'll be pitching and defense. That's what's going to do it for you.
Well, 2-2 the count as Blanton delivers to Kane. 3-2.
Be careful with Kane can hit the ball in the ballpark. He has 4 lifetime home runs, and Blanton certainly don't want to walk him here, but you don't want to groove him one either.
He hits it hard, backhanded by Polanco from behind the bag. A long throw, plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Giants. 4 in a row retired by Joe Blanton. Coming up in the bottom of the second, Shane Victorino, Ross Gload, and Carlos Ruiz. One of the hottest shows on TV is coming to My PHL 17. Catch Jeremy Piven in the acclaimed comedy series Entourage, where the day-to-day life of a Hollywood actor is anything but ordinary. Weeknights this fall on My PHL 17. Last of the second, Phillies trail at 1-0. They trailed at 2-0 last night. That gentleman looks like Kent DeColby, Wheels.
He does. Saw Teak, of course, we were out in Pittsburgh. He does some work for the Pirates. Post-game shows on post-game stuff on television.
So he wouldn't be in the ballpark tonight wearing Phillies red?
Probably unlikely unless somebody gave him a free 18 somewhere.
Victorino leads things off. Shane hitting .257. 15 home runs, 56 RBIs. Shane has gone more than a month since his last home run. But his average has picked up over the last few games, and it began in that Mets series.
A little more patient. The whole key, obviously, to hitting is to get ahead in the count. And that game on Sunday, last night, he had a very patient at bat, and right now he's ahead in the count. Kane will pitch backwards, too. He'll throw change up here, breaking ball. He did.
Back toward the middle. Uribe to his left. He's got it. One away.
There he threw a curveball. That's the new Matt Cain from everything we've heard about him and seen lately is he just doesn't go after hitters and try to fire it past them anymore when he's in fastball counts. And there's another example there. He reaches out and then thinks better of it. Ball's not hit very hard. So Uribe was able to go over and get it easily.
Well, even with Tim Lincecum on the same staff, Lincecum's won back-to-back Cy Young awards. Cain really has been the better pitcher for the Giants this year. If you look at his earned run average, 3.8 0-9 after a scoreless first.
Well, he's quality. They have a very good rotation, and that's another reason why they're hanging around the Padres. Although the Padres won again today, they're really good.
There's Lincecum, who, by looks alone, hair, size, is totally different than Matt Cain.
You think the roadies from the band just showed up to see him.
1-2 the count. There's Barry Zito, who is a little different in his makeup.
He was good here last night, and the Phillies were patient and got him in the 6th inning.
First time since 2007 when he went through an outing without striking a batter out. On the outside corner, and Glode, who doesn't strike out often, takes one for a called strike 3. Well, this Friday, the Washington Nationals will be in town for a 3-game series, and tickets are going quickly. Log on to Phillies.com right now and get your tickets for Friday and Sunday's ballgame. Great giveaway on Sunday. It's the ShopRite Cole Hamels Lunch Bag Cooler, free to fans 14 and under. There's the pitching matchup. Saturday, it'll be Steven Strasburg against Kyle Kendrick. Roy Halladay goes on Friday night. Roy Oswalt goes on Sunday. And Ruiz scalds one to the gap in left center field, and he's going to be aboard with another extra base hit. It gets away from Torres, who bobbles it, and Ruiz is going to try for 3, and he will get there. Well, you never want to make the first or third out at third base, and Carlos Ruiz, he didn't feel like he was going to be the last out at third base.
Yeah, he better make it. As you said, he got caught in between second and third. It's a high fastball, and he doubles into the gap in left center with 2 outs and the pitcher coming up, which is just fine. There's that little bobble out there, and when he saw that, then he decides he's going to go, and Sam Perlazo is frantically telling him to get down. Please don't make that third out. You saw the home plate umpire down there making the call.
That goes down as a triple for Ruiz and a pop-up. Blanton left side of the infield. Sandoval makes the call. Uribe is there, and Sandoval puts it away, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left in scoring position for the Phillies. We go to the 3rd. It's 1-0 Giants. On the Phillies.com, go to the fans section for all the information, and please submit your answer on the subject line. Wills, the question is, Giants pitcher Tim Lincecum has won back-to-back Cy Young awards. Named the only other San Francisco Giant to win the National League Cy Young. We had a question similar to this at one point over the last couple of years, and that might help you out. Now the answer will be revealed in the 7th inning. Andres Torres leads it off here in the top of the 3rd.
Well, they had a lot of guys that could have won it.
And this guy won't. This guy's not going to be a surprise, but
you wouldn't think of him. Huh?
No.
Like you wouldn't think it would be like a Juan Marichal or somebody like that.
I can't tell you.
Of course not. But it's not.
I don't know.
That would be too obvious.
Sometimes we go with the obvious answer.
Well, as you said, you would think about it. I mean, the first guy, one of the first guys on their staff you think about would be the great Juan Marichal.
Topper on the right side. Blanton could have tagged Torres, but instead he decides to give the put out to Ross Glode. Oh, it's that time of the night where it's our thirst inning, and it's brought to you by Budweiser. It's the official beer of the thirst inning, as always. A lot of folks quenching their thirst. He looked like he was enjoying that. Nice technique. That might cause some bruising as the night goes on. Well, the one out here is Buster Posey. As a baseball fan, to read some of the stories about Buster Posey, it's difficult to find anything aside from his uniform and the team he plays for that you dislike.
Yeah.
As Utley takes care of him.
No, I've been lucky in Major League Baseball lately. There's some really good young players are coming into the game that are good people. And you know, there's no guarantee on that. You know, you just because you're talented, you make it to this level or any level or any professional sport to the top of it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be a good person, good citizen, stay out of trouble. And who knows, maybe some things will happen. But right now, this crop of young players is coming along. They seem really special.
Aubrey Huff takes a pitch outside. Well, Buster Posey's college coach said that he's the best leader he's ever had. And he's had some pretty good players at Florida State. He said we would never have gone to the College World Series or had any kind of success while he was there without him. As Aubrey Huff takes a pitch on the inside corner, it's 2-1.
Plays a big-time leadership position, too.
Well, he was a shortstop. Buster Posey was his first year at Florida State, and they had a need for a catcher. And they moved him behind the plate as Blanton knocks that down, has time, throws low, not in time. And Huff is safe at first. That'll be a base hit for Aubrey Huff. So a 2-out single for the Giants.
Just went a little bit too far away from Joe to go get it. It was a high fastball. He knocks it down. He saw it right away, but it just continues to roll, and then at that point, Huff really busted it down the line, got himself a hit.
Here's Pad, who flied out to right his first time up. Broke his bat. And he takes a fastball at the knees for a strike.
Burrow looks like a little bit in pull mode too, so the best thing to do right now is to stay away from him when they're coming in. And you know that's all right if you want to come inside, but make sure it's off the plate, and then go back away from him. You know, to establish a little bit in there, maybe get a little more of the outside part of the plate that way. But don't get hurt in middle into him, because you know just watching him, you know he's a home run hitter, and those guys like to open up fast and look middle in and pull.
He has 2 career home runs against Blanton. 2 for 10 against Joe. And a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
See how he opened up real fast there? And they threw a breaking ball there and away from him, and it's tough to catch up to that. Tough to reach it. See, watch his hips open real fast, right there. And then the breaking ball away. It's just, that's the way you got to pitch him.
Runner goes. The pitch is taken for a call. Strike 3. No matter what happened over at second. Huff just wants to see if he would have beaten the throw. The side is retired on the strikeout to Pat Burrell. Giants strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, and J-Roll is due to lead it off. new Kazashi midsize sports sedan. Suzuki, the power of engineering. Buy the Pennsylvania Lottery. Get your game face on. Play the Pennsylvania Lottery's new Philadelphia Eagles instant game. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Buy Budweiser with full flavor and a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. And buy Acura. Acura. Advance. Last of the third. Phillies trail at 1-0. They've had a couple of runners stranded over at third, including Jimmy Rollins in the first.
Jimmy, and he hardly ever bunts, and they're way in on the corners. Just gives him so much more room. Now Huff just backed up at first, but Sandoval stays in at third. Like they just said to Huff after that first pitch, back up. You know, because he just, Jimmy is not a guy that's going to bunt enough even to put on the scouting reports.
Must be some old scouting reports.
Well, you know, I guess you figure they think he's going.
There's a liner down the right field line, headed to the corner. Guillen having a lot of trouble getting over to the ball, and Jimmy's heading to second. He's thinking about three. He's turning the Jets on. He's going to get to third easily. A head first slide, and Jimmy Rollins has just slid past the great Whitey Ashburn on the Phillies' all-time list for triples.
Yeah, and he got that out of the box, too. Jimmy smelled that as soon as he hit it. And that's one of the best we've seen him run since he hurt his foot, because he really took off. There's Tom just mentioned about Whitey and triples. And see, he saw right away that thing's in the corner, and he's on his own at that point. You know, Sam's probably going to wave him anyway, but he knew he could make it easily.
Third triple of the year for J-Roll, and he and Whitey.
He could run.
Yep.
Richie Ashburn could really run.
He and Whitey had 97, and now J-Roll has 98. He's fourth all-time. And with the infield back, it's 1-0 to Polanco, and Jimmy is safe at third, safe and secure at third base with New York Life.
Not quite the same as when he hit his 16th Major League home run.
Whitey?
Jimmy. His manager at the time had hit 15 in his career. And Jimmy got 16 pretty quick. And he put the bat in the rack, put the helmet in the rack, went by Bo, hit him on the shoulder, and said, "That didn't take long." That is one of the great moments. Bo likes to tell that story. You little. Bo says, "Well, yeah, it didn't take long."
Well, if Whitey were still here, Jimmy would probably have a line for Whitey too.
Absolutely. Oh, Whitey would love Jimmy Rollins, you know, because of the way he plays the game.
There you see, he's 5 away from Sam Thompson, third.
And Whitey in his prime.
Polanco taking all the way. It's 3-1.
Boy, that guy is a little funny right now. You know, you could lose a few more minutes here. A ball in the air could be a problem. A little mist right now, or drizzle.
All of a sudden it's full. 3-2 to Polanco.
Yeah, they're conceding the run here. Just Polanco makes such good contacts. Like a lot of hitters struggles in these situations sometimes that they're trying to do too much, but you're not even looking to lift right here. You can just hit a ground ball anywhere in the infield, even the third, and you can get a run out of this. Struck him out with a changeup his first time up.
To right field. Guillen backs up on it. He's under it. Jimmy tags at third. Guillen comes up, makes the catch, and draws the throw. That howitzer is still pretty strong, and it's cut off by Huff, and Jimmy's still at third. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the Nationals, who had a lead last night, 2-0, lead the Braves tonight 2-0. Roger Bernardino and Ryan Zimmerman each with RBI singles.
That's off Tim Hudson. As good a starter as the league's had this year.
He's won 5 straight starts. Zimmerman, by the way, had that RBI single. He had been 5 for 31 against Hudson in his career.
Well, Hudson is right there with, you know, guys like Jimenez and Roy Halladay and all the pitchers who have been so good this season. Hudson's been tremendous. They didn't want to take a chance there with nobody out. I thought that was going to be deep enough. But when he started to come in hard like that with nobody out, they didn't take a chance.
Chase rolls over on it. Second base. That'll get the run home. Jimmy crosses the plate. The out is recorded. It's a 1-1 game. First RBI for Chase. It's coming off the DL.
And that's why, right there, because Charlie had confidence. Sam Perlazzo just figuring, I still have Utley coming up. They're going to keep the infield back. Contact's going to get a run. So we're not going to get a guy thrown out with nobody out. Or with one out in that case after the ball's caught. Well, Jimmy's frisky tonight. Triple.
That's good.
A couple stolen bases. He's really running well tonight.
Ibanez hits it hard. Diving play for Huff in the foot race. Won by Aubrey Huff. The side is retired. The Phillies tie it because Jimmy a triple and scores on a ground out. We go to the fourth. WB Mason for amazingly low prices on office supplies, furniture, cleaning supplies, kitchen snacks, and Green Mountain Coffee. Who but WB Mason? Now we go to the top of the fourth. Jose Guillen leads it off, and he takes a fastball for a strike. Guillen reached on an infield hit his first time up. Fifth hit overall against Blanton in his career. And he shoots that one deep down the right field line, and it slices foul. Just foul. The gentleman makes a good catch on a nice bounce. And it's 0-2. This is scheduled to be the 99th consecutive sellout here at this great ballpark. Big night tomorrow night. Not too many franchises can reach that century mark in consecutive sellouts. And the Phillies are on their way to doing just that. Toward third base. Polanco waits on a nice hop. Low throw, dug out by Glode. One away. Hey, your chance to own a unique Phillies Wives Pro Pack is coming up. It's a Phillies Wives auction. The auction runs from August 19th through the 26th. Proceeds from this auction will be donated through Phillies Charities to the Food Trust. Go to Phillies.com for details and to place a bid. And here's some of the auction items. You know, the Chase Utley print signed by Chase, and a jersey that Chase has signed as well. There's some great items. Again, go to Phillies.com for more information. Phillies Wives, a lot of times they don't get the recognition for all the community service that they do, but they do an awful lot. In fact, Shane Victorino had the fashion show the other night to help raise money for his foundation and his contribution to the Boys and Girls Club in Philadelphia. And a lot of the Phillies' wives were part of that fashion show along with the players. 2-1 the count to Pablo Sandoval. Outside, 3-1. Good changeup. Decides to throw it behind, 3-1.
Has to do that. I mean, that's part of Joe Blanton's game because he does not want to give in with fastballs in those counts if he can avoid it. First inning, he didn't want to walk the leadoff batter, and it took a long ride.
Over the mound, Utley charges, has it, has time, throws him out. 2 away.
You throw the changeup there 3-1, and it's in the hitter's mind. And Sandoval did not get a real good swing at a 3-2 fastball there because the changeup was a pitch before that. You have to mix them up like that. You see, this may be a little hot. No, that's it's out over the plate a little bit, but it's a strike. And he hits a ground ball to second base as he tries to pull it.
Sandoval's only walked 40 times this year.
Yeah, he's not going to. He swings.
Diving play, Ross Gload. Groin is fine. The toss is even better, and the side is retired in order. Second 1-2-3 inning for Joe Blanton, and that's a heck of a play on the glove side by Ross Gload, making his first start since nursing that sore groin, and he's moving quite well. Thank you. Xfinity, it's TV, phone, and internet reinvented from Comcast by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. And by your participating Philadelphia area Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDealer.com.
Those shots from the Comcast Center are
great, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that is really neat stuff. Pretty. Delaware River, that looked nice.
Keep an eye on everybody in the Delaware Valley and Center City with that shot.
Great camera shot.
Jason Worth leads it off here in the bottom of the fourth. Jason fly to center his first time up. It's a 1-1 game.
He had a decent swing at Kane his first time up. He just got in on him a little bit, and he hit the fly ball to center field with a couple men on base. And sooner or later he's going get somebody out there with runners in scoring position. He just struggled with it, as you said, with that graphic we had up.
One of those guys that you would say is just too good of a hitter not to come through, and has over the last couple of years.
I think by accident you get one, just get a jammer even with a man on base and in scoring position.
Jason had 99 RBIs a season ago. He does have a good eye. Not that that was a tough pitch to let go by. Well, he just doesn't swing at bad pitches.
Remember in the scouting report we talked about how Kane likes to use his changeup. There's another example. You know, he's in a fastball count, and he throws a changeup and bounces it up there. And as you said, a good eye by Jason Worth. Not a fastball count. It was 1-2, but still he throws changeup there. Then he comes back with fastball and misses, and you would think this would be a fastball spot for Jason Worth.
Into the count to Jason. It's a breaking ball. Chopped toward third, a foul ball.
And you would think wrong. He throws a curveball there. So Kane is just different from when he first came up, when he was just a power, throw it up there, see what you can do with it type of pitcher. And the guy really works hitters now.
And it says a lot. And he's got a very good pitching coach, Dave Urgetti, who has outlasted a couple managers to stay in his job as the pitching coach of the Giants. It says a lot for a guy who's 25. It also says a lot for that kind of swing from Jason Worth. He'll hold up at first, so he's aboard with a leadoff single.
Kind of surprising they backed up curveballs there.
So a leadoff base hit. Victorino is due up. Now, we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. He's smaller than Sarge, so Sarge isn't here. Sarge is over in radio. Now, the reason Sarge is in radio is because our good friend Larry Anderson, the miracle of modern science that he is, had a little bit of a medical procedure today, so he's taken the night off.
That's one way to describe him.
And
it's good.
He'll be back tomorrow, and Sarge will be back.
Hi, Larry.
Larry, hope everything's going well. We hope you're feeling better. Victorino takes a fastball for a strike.
We're just plodding along without you.
And the miracle of modern science thing. Well, miracle of medical science.
Either or.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It is appropriate. Victorino grounded short his first time up.
Big hole in that right side for Shane to think about trying to pull. Good base runner. Get a first and third out of it.
And he slices it the other way, and it's 0-2. Well, the way Shane's been swinging the bat.
Well, that's not a good pitch to pull. You know, it's a fastball away, and you know that's tough to hook the ball in the hole like that. Now, it may have been a strike, and he's thinking about hitting it the other way. But until you get 2 strikes on you as a left-handed hitter in a tie game like this, you should be thinking about putting the ball in the hole if you can. It's not that easy.
Chopper right side. Worth will get to second on that one. Fontenot gave it a little bit of a peek. Yeah, there's one away.
Yeah, you know, a little bit tougher for him there because he's in the hole now with 2 strikes, and he got a changeup and rolled it over. But at least he got him to second.
Well, the Phillies have a runner in scoring position, and they've had a runner in scoring position in each inning tonight. Worth is in scoring position thanks to that ground ball out by Victorino. And Ross Gload, who's hit in 10 consecutive starts. That's why it was good to see him back in the lineup today. After tweaking that groin last week. It's amazing how some guys just heal as fast as they heal.
Oh, that looked like a DL. Boy, he hobbled in the second. That didn't look like a guy who was going to be back this fast. But they knew it right away because they didn't put him on the D, or at least they felt it right away.
Pulls it right side. Fontenot to his left. Bobbles. He can't find it. glowed. It looks like he's hurt as he goes up the first base line.
He was going slow. I think he was kind of shutting it down a little bit, and hopefully he's okay. Because I watched him out of the box, and he didn't run real hard because it looked like a routine out. And then when he saw the ball get away, he still knew he didn't have to go real hard. See, watch. See right there, he's not running hard because he thinks it's an out. Right there, he shut it down a little bit.
You're right.
So I think he's okay.
He said something to Davey Lopes, or Davey Lopes said something to him. And it is an error charge to Mike Fontenot. Scott Sheridan, the Phillies athletic trainer, is on call just in case.
Yeah, you know, and Ross Cole plays hard, but I'm sure they've told him, look, on balls like that, you know, that's an out. It didn't turn out to be an out, but don't kill yourself going down the line on a play like that.
So first to third, and here's Carlos Ruiz. Carlos hitting over 360 in his last 18 games. Not only that, he's hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position since the 28th of July.
He's looking to lift one here and get a fly ball. Fontenot just gets a little bit, I don't know. He looked like he took a peek. It looked like his hands got a little hard there, and the ball just popped out. That's a big second baseman's glove, isn't it?
It sure is.
This looks, and I don't know, maybe it was just the angle of the shot, but that looked like a larger glove than you used to see on these guys.
Toward the hole, base hit for Ruiz. Wert's going to score, and the Phillies have the lead. Those two phrases have gone hand in hand over the last month. Ruiz and the Phillies have the lead.
They were kidding last night about what an 8-hole hitter they have right now. You know, Jimmy Rollins would say it, basically say, that's chilly, that's cool. Cold to have a guy hitting that well in the 8-hole, but it's really, the lineup is starting to shake out a little bit, but now the guys are coming back, and it gives the Phillies a heck of a weapon there in that 3-hole or in that 8 holes. He knocks in another run.
34 RBIs for Ruiz. Blanton squares to move the runners up into scoring position. And he takes the first one for a ball. It's 1-0.
Joe has a couple sacks this year. See Globe busting real hard for third either. You know, this is one of these tough base running situations where you get back and forth. You're dancing around a little bit out there, watching what kind of play.
He bunts it toward third. Kane off the hill, looks to third, and then fires. He didn't think he'd have a play, but he did, and he was waiting for Sandoval to get back to the bag.
Yeah, he just, you know, he's not going to turn it loose right now. It's just one of those things.
So
and the ball,
choice.
Yeah, and the ball, that was not a good bunt either, Tom. It was bunted hard. Kane had third base responsibility right there. They had the third baseman backing up immediately. What the third baseman does there at Sandoval in that bunt play is he just reads it. And he saw the pitcher coming over in good position to field the bunt, so he immediately retreats so they can get a force.
And that double clutch by Kane wasn't indecisiveness. He was really waiting for Sandoval to get his feet set.
Yeah, he knew he was there, and he just wanted to make sure he got the out.
So now Blanton's the trail runner to Ruiz with Jimmy Rollins at the plate. Jimmy takes a breaking ball for a strike.
That's why in that bunt situation, you always talk about you want to make the third baseman field it if possible. Get him away from the bag. And if they have a rotation play on, that's different. If the shortstop's there, that's the way it goes. Torres is really shallow in center field. Played a little bit deeper last night. In fact, Jimmy dunked the ball in front of him. See how shallow he is right now. So he gives himself a chance to throw Ruiz out at the plate.
Kind of working it away from Jimmy, and Kane works ahead 1-2. One of the things the Phillies offense has been able to do here in the month of August is score runs again, averaging over 5 runs per game in the month. And they've taken the lead here in the 4th. They've also been able to come from behind pretty consistently, something that they weren't doing first half of the year. All good signs. Jimmy hits it in the air, deep to right field, way back there. Gone! 3-run home run for J-Roll. He is looking pretty frisky tonight. In fact, he's 3 for 3. and he's just a double away from the cycle.
Oh, how big is that? All those runs are unearned. After the error at second base by Fontenot. Looked like he tried to cut something inside to him there, and he didn't get it in there. Else oh, it's a slider. The basic down and in breaking ball to a left-handed hitter that doesn't get far enough in. You know, you always talk about that. The pitcher either wants that to be on the back foot where he swings over it or he hits it foul. And that one got a lot of the plate and bang.
A 3-run home run. It breaks a string of 56 innings plus without a home run by the Phillies. And because of that, Joe Kelly of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania has just won $600 courtesy of the McDonald's home run jackpot.
Big 3-run home run for Jimmy. You know, Tom mentioned they were going away. Then they threw a high fastball to him. Then they tried to get him with a slider in. Didn't get it in far enough.
First home run for Jimmy since the 3rd of July against the Pirates. The Phillies lead it 5-1. Guillen will settle under this pop-up by Polanco on the side. He's retired. But the Phillies scored 4 runs in the inning. All 4 unearned. 3 on a 3-run bomb by J-Roll. He took it right into the seats in right field. And the Phillies lead it by 4 as we go to the 5th. Phillies post-game show. Join John Clark and Mike Missinelli. They have all the highlights, insights, and fan interaction. It's the Xfinity Phillies post-game show right after the game on MyPHL 17. Well, just to redo the math a little bit, of the runs that scored in the bottom of the 4th, 3 were unearned and 1 was earned. A 3-run home run by Jimmy Rollins has given the Phillies a 5-1 lead. And now Joe Blanton working with his 4-run lead.
And he gets the bottom of the order. Well, he gets the 8-9-1 here. So it's a great time to just have a shutdown inning.
Little looper to left. And Ibanez, as Fontenot played perfectly. 1 away.
That's what you want after an inning like that, where you jump on a team, they make a mistake, you make them pay for it, shut them down right away.
Pretty good night so far for Jimmy and Carlos Ruiz, both coming up with some pretty big swings in this ball game.
Yeah, Jimmy has a legit shot at the cycle tonight, that's for sure. He's got the triple and the homer out of the way. Single, and you know, doubles are no big deal for him. And it's only, you know, you figure he's going to get a couple more at bats too.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
The way he's running tonight too, a single can be stretched to a double.
The other thing, too, Wheels, it may sound strange, but listening to his comments after last night's game, Jimmy's comments, And even before the ball game, people were talking to him about the wild card. He said, it's all well and good, but that's not what we have our sights set on.
No, they don't want, that sounds all right. But you don't even talk. I mean, I know we have to do it. We have to show the graphic, and but until you get to the point in September where you aren't going to win the division, you don't even think about the wild card. Especially a team that's been as good as the Phillies, they expect to win the division, and that they don't want to hear about all that stuff.
Well, Charlie kind of said the same thing. He said, "Well, it's nice." He said, our target is to win the division,
right? And that makes sense. That's what you should think, especially with a team that knows how to win a division.
Torres homered to lead off the game. Run of the night so far for the Giants. 5-1 Phillies.
Phillies are long past that phase in the organization where they just hope they can get the postseason. They expect it now.
Isn't that great?
Oh, tell me about it. After a lot of those lean years, oh man, it's great.
And a call, strike three, and breaking ball right on the inside part of the plate by Joe Blanton. Back-to-back strikeouts, 5 strikeouts in all for Blanton. Another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th with the Phillies up top by 4. Because of Joe Blanton, he's retired the Giants in order 3 times tonight. Every time the Phillies retire the opposing team in order, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Xfinity Triple Play, your complete lineup for digital TV, high-speed internet, and home phone. Joe's done a good job settling in after allowing the run in the first. Having a little chit-chat with Pete Buchanan to your left and Charlie Manuel to your right. By the way, we want to thank Pete for participating in tonight's Open. I don't know if you saw that, Wheels, but yes. Pete was involved in the Open.
Yes, he was.
Because we showed his lineup card.
His calligraphy.
Done unbelievably.
I said to him one time, what makes you, Pete, you're not going to get a profound answer, but you never know. It's usually comedic. I said, well, what makes you do that? There's got to be a reason why you just decide to sit down and use your calligraphy. He says, I'm bored.
I was going to say, why waste the talent? There it is. I mean, that's some pretty good handwriting right there.
And that, you know what? That's more handwriting. That isn't even his fancy stuff. I thought that was more of the fancy stuff. That was just basic.
I was kind of rushing him to get it done. Utley chops it foul, and it's 1-2. We needed it for the Open.
Oh, yeah. That's oh, you went down there and you had that all planned with him.
All planned.
I'm sure he reacted well. Pete is a nice man. That coaching staff, I mentioned it last night, they're really good.
Chase 0 for 2. That's an RBI and a ground out. That came his last time up, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball went right off Kane's glove and hit off the bag. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, well, they're following suit with what happened last night. Nationals took a 2-0 lead. Braves have tied it. That game's in the top of the 5th. Alex Gonzalez, an RBI single. Tim Hudson against Livan Hernandez. Little cue shot up the third base line. No chance for Sandoval to get Utley. It's a base hit. A swinging buck.
Well, that's his first hit since he come back off the DL. He's 0 for 7. He got a change up right off the end of the bat. He'll take it. Boy, he's really running well. He busted down the line. You know, talk about a guy with fresh legs. There's the changeup, and you know Chase Utley's a plus runner anyway, but he was scooting going down that line. Scooting, I mean. Don't drop your G's.
Forgot the G.
Yes. Try not to. That's a Philadelphia thing. We drop our G's.
It's a Philadelphia thing. I think it's a New Jersey thing.
Yeah, East Coast.
Yeah. Raul's 0 for 1. Rounded out his last time up. Walked his first time to the plate.
Boy, he hit a baby his last time up, and Huff made a great play.
Well, and I talked to Raul about that today, Wheels, because you know he just finished up an 0 for 18. And I said to him, now that 0 for 18, that was a whole lot different than the struggles you had the first half of the season. And he said, much different.
Yeah.
He said there were at least 6 balls in that 0 for 18 that he felt he hit on the nose. Now, before the All-Star game, when he hit 243, he hit some balls on the nose, but not as consistently as he has since the All-Star game.
Right. I mean, that's a whole difference. He's hitting the ball so much harder since he started to swing the bat better. You know, he pulled the ball more, hit the ball hard the opposite way. And, you know, you hit enough balls hard in the course of a game or a series and all, you'll get your hits.
Chopper right side. Huff off the bag, has it. Kane waits, and Ibanez. Ooh, he just gets him. I thought Raul may have beaten that play to the bag. Pretty good play by Kane. He was like a receiver, stopping in his route and going back to catch the ball.
Lucky he didn't get hurt, too, because he had no chance to find the bag. This is where you can get hurt. Watch. You know, he gets there, but see, he doesn't know where it is. Right there, now he jumps at it. And that play is really close. Davey Lopes didn't argue it. See how he has to reach back, and now he's trying to get his footwork right, and it's close.
It looked like he may have gotten him by a half a step.
You know, if the pitcher wants to get there under control and then have the ball come certainly up near his eyes, and then it's an easy play. When they have to get it like that and start trying to find the bag and get their footwork right, that's when the guy can get hurt.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Jason Worth has a shot. The runner in scoring position.
I wonder if Chase will think about going over to third. I mean, they're looking at him, but they're giving him a pretty good lead off second.
Well, he's thinking about it, but he's going to make sure, you know, because he's in scoring position. You don't go to third unless you can make it. This is the time you like to do it because then a fly ball can get you in, or maybe they play the infield foul, though they'll probably have to play it in now, down by 4.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
I don't remember that being a real Chase Utley thing, though. All the years he's been here, stealing third with less than 2 outs. That doesn't mean he can't do it or won't do it, but it's not something I don't think he goes out there and looks to do.
It's a pretty good technique right there. You see him looking around to see where all the fielders are, the outfielders, the infielders.
Every pitch, base runner should turn around, look where the outfielders are.
And a swing and a miss by Jason. And there are 2 away. Well, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, Phillies lead at 5-1. Along with Chris Wheeler, I'm Tom McCarthy, live from Citizens Bank Park on a beautiful night here in South Philadelphia. It was raining earlier today. Those showers subsided and enabled the teams to take full batting practice. And the Phillies lead at 5-1 thanks to a 3-run home run by Jimmy Rollins. An RBI single by Carlos Ruiz and an RBI and a ground out by Chase Utley.
Shane's diving out there thinking he can get another changeup, and he almost walked right into one.
Looking for the perfect shot. In this case, it would probably be a base hit to right that could score Utley. Good changeup, 1-2.
He's going changeup, fastball in, changeup. And it's a good way to pitch, you know, make him aware of the ball inside and then go back out there with that little down and out changeup down the way. And all those cameras working tonight, huh? ESPN's here. Phillies, Giants, a lot of television here tonight.
Toward the left side, Uribe. And he throws out Victorino, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. The Phillies strand one in scoring position. Got some other cameras working as well as we go to the 6th with Buster Posey due to lead it off. Up 2 notches and is delivering for the Phillies at the plate. His offensive production has risen in all areas, including clutch hits when his team has needed them the most. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. We're here for you every step of the way. Well, sometimes you roll the dice with those Independence Blue Cross Phillies of the week, and you can ride it for the entire week. Well, Carlos Ruiz certainly has been able to ride his success.
Well, Whitey used to say, you got to have a feel.
Yeah. Look at that shot right there, Wheels.
It's a great shot. I love those shots of the river.
There's Carlos, who has an RBI single tonight. He has had one heck of a run. He's evolving into one of the better number 8 hitters in the league right now. Here's Buster Posey to lead off the 6th. Phillies lead at 5-1. And a breaking ball a little low from Blanton. It's 1-0.
I really want to see Joe just stay after the lineup the way he has since the first inning. They've given him some runs and don't give anything back. Mixed them up really well. His changeup is good, but his fastball is a key, as it is with any pitcher. He's had it down in the zone for the most part, and then he can elevate it once in a while. Uses breaking ball, his curveball and slider. They don't think that changeup for him to a right-handed batter is such a good pitch because it comes back in too much. And I haven't seen him use it that much tonight. He got hurt the other night a couple times with the Dodgers with that pitch. There's a breaking ball there. And that's going to go away from the right-handed hitter. The changeup's going to come into him, and I think they were going to talk about that a little bit and say, hey, maybe we're not going to do that as much.
2-2 the count to Posey. And a fastball right down the chute. A call. Strike 3.
Boy, that had a good tail on it.
3 straight strikeouts for Joe Blanton. Hey, all current season ticket holders were recently emailed their 2010 postseason ticket invoice. That's important because it's a major benefit for the season ticket holders and its access to the potential postseason games here in Philly. For more information, or if you haven't received your information, call 215-463-5000. Call the Phillies sales office during regular business hours for that information.
You're always thinking postseason around here. Now that's nice.
It's great. Amazing that we're at that point in the year.
Yeah. Season's flying by, halfway through August. 40-some games left. Was it 44?
Tonight is game 119. Huff pops it up. Polanco, foul territory. Makes the catch in fair territory. And 2 away.
43 after tonight.
The Phillies have settled into their mode of being a second half team. We mentioned earlier that the Phillies, the Giants, and the Twins are the 3 best teams since the 5th of July. Well, you have to throw the Rays in there too. I neglected to include the Tampa Bay Rays, but the Twins have the best winning percentage since the 5th of July. Then the Giants, and the Phillies and the Rays are basically neck and neck.
Jim Thome with a dramatic walk-off home run last night after the White Sox had tied the game. And I heard a stat today coming in that he now is tied all-time for walk-off home runs. 12 of them.
Yep.
In the history of the game.
And he still has some game left.
Right. At one point, they were just called game-winning home runs.
Three and 1 the count. Talking to Charlie today about Jim Thome. Charlie was trying to figure out the numbers. He said, all right, if he hits 7 more home runs this year, that'll give him 588. As Burrell scalds one deep to center field. Victorino's going back, and that one is gone. 76 home runs here at Citizens Bank Park for Burrell. And he'll hear the boos as he did last night.
You've seen that before. Well, off the bat, you knew where that was headed. He's fired them out in that area a lot.
Including the 2008 World Series. And the cool temperatures kept that one in the yard, but it was a huge hit.
Yeah, he crushed that thing. It looked like a fastball right down the middle. It was, and bam. That's all right. Solo home run.
12 homers for Burrell with the Giants, and now 32 RBIs. He's going to take a look at the barrel of the bat.
That was on the barrel. He doesn't have to look too far for that. He's, as they say, squared that one.
3rd all time in homers here at the ballpark. Hit hard through the hole on the left side. And Guillen's aboard with his 2nd hit of the night.
Here's that changeup to a right-handed batter. Take another look. Really, great, all great power hitters hit off their front leg, and here it comes. That was way out. Needs to make a pitch here now, Sandoval. You don't want to see anything unravel. Too early to get the bullpen up. You don't want to get in there this early. Starters have been doing such a good job. 2 outs, nobody on base.
Sandoval's 0 for 2. He's popped out to short and grounded to second. But he's got some pop.
Oh yeah, especially left-handed. He's hit all his homers left-handed this year. All 8 of them.
Right side, foul ball right past Roberto Kelly. Changeup hit foul. And basically to the same spot.
Well, he's throwing off-speed stuff here to Sandoval. Try not to give him a fastball he can handle. This guy doesn't swing and miss that much. You know, he looks like one of those guys that you can't believe he plays as well as he does with that body, but he is really a good hitter.
Swing and a miss. He got it. Threw another changeup. That's the 7th strikeout of the night for Joe Blanton. And the side is retired. He allows the run on the home run by Burrow. We go to the bottom of the 6th with the Phillies on top. It's a bet by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. And by your local Dodge dealers. Oh, beautiful night down at Center City. Hope you're enjoying the game wherever you're watching. Got a couple birthdays for some notable Philadelphians today, including Bobby Higginson, who turns 40 today.
Bobby Higginson, Frankford High School.
Yeah. And Jack McDonald turns 60 today.
No
Happy
way.
birthday, Jack.
No way.
We wanted to make sure we got that birthday call in here in the bottom of the 6th because we know it's almost his bedtime.
Close to it, and I'm sure there's a big celebration at Lanner Country Club about that.
Ross Globe pops it up. Foul territory. Pablo Sandoval over toward the railing. 1 away. One pitch, one set aside here in the 6th. And Carlos Ruiz with that. Well, what a run it's been for Carlos. Every time you look up, he's got himself a big RBI. In fact, of his 34 RBIs this year, 12 are go-ahead RBIs.
Joe Blanton has his pitch count under control now. Everybody knows he struggled a little bit after the 6th inning, but he has a 3-run lead. Pitch count under control. Is on deck. Nobody up in the bullpen. Bottom of the order coming in the 7th inning. Roll the dice.
Hope for at least one more.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking.
You know, if Carlos can get a home run or a double here, then we can have a race to the cycle.
Yeah, that's right. He and Jimmy both have the triple tonight. Carlos tries to keep his swing shorter, use his hands. When he gets long with his swing, a lot of times it's because he's tired from catching too. Gets long with his swing, he's not the same hitter.
Back toward the middle, off the foot of Kane, picked up by Fontenot, and it's a 1-4-3 putout, and there are 2 outs. So 2 away. Hey, this homestand will wind down next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday against the Houston Astros. There are tickets still available for the Monday game, for the Wednesday game, and limited tickets available for Thursday the 26th. Go to Phillies.com and purchase your tickets for 3 of those 4 ball games. Long homestand, and the Phillies are looking to capitalize. They have so far.
Oh, they've been a really good home team lately. Started right before the All-Star break when they swept the Reds.
Oh, and 2 the count to Blanton. Phillies are kind of in the reverse mode of the Giants. Phillies have a lot of home games they're in the middle of. Giants have a lot of road games they're in the middle of. And Kane gets a 1-2-3 6th inning. He's retired 6 straight. Cheesesteaks are tasted pretty good tonight here at Citizens Bank Park as we go to the 7th. To the top of the 7th inning, Joe Blanton will face the bottom of the Giants order with a 5-2 lead. It'll be Juan Uribe, Mike Fontenot, and the pitcher spot.
Looks like they have Jeremy Affeldt up in the bullpen. He just came off the disabled list today, a left-hander, so they will hit for Kane. The Phillies have action there is Affeldt. Now they have 2 left-handers available tonight, and Phillies have pitchers up in the bullpen too, just in case.
1-2 the count to Uribe.
You know, everybody well aware of the fact that Blanton's had 7th inning problems, but I'm sure their logic right now is it's the bottom of you have the bottom of the order and you have a 3-run lead. Go get them.
Uribe to third, backing up on it. Polanco has time. one away.
Time now for the Verizon Wireless Game Summary. A lot of offense here tonight out of Jimmy Rollins, especially. A double away from the cycle. He's stolen a couple of bags. Carlos Ruiz, another good game. Pat Burrell, a center field home run. And Andres Torres, a monster to lead off the game. But all Joe Blanton's thrown tonight are 2 solo home runs, and that's the only times he's gotten hurt.
He's allowed just 6 hits, as you see. His Fontenot 0 for 2 with strikeout and a flyout, stands in. Toward right field. Worth coming on. He's not going to get there. Plays it on a hop, and it's the 7th hit given up by Blanton. And he'll now deal with a pinch hitter in Travis Ishikawa. And you see the bullpen. Durbin, the right-hander. Romero, the left-hander.
They're really caught in between right now. You know, they're thinking about, well, maybe we bring Romero in, but he hasn't been real effective lately. And knowing about Blanton's problems in this inning, and they're going to stick with him.
Ishikawa has the 2nd highest batting average among pinch hitters this year. Look at that, 379. And he lines one to right field, a base hit. That's his 12th hit as a pinch hitter. And the tying run is going to come up in the form of Andres Torres.
Well, in the pen right now where they want to turn Torres around. He has 2 home runs right-handed and 10 left-handed.
Charlie's thinking about it.
Oh, sure. You know, it's just if he had more confidence in Romero, you know, it'd be a no-brainer. But, you know, they're looking at matchups and all kinds of stuff here. And here's Torres with a monstrous home run. And as I mentioned, he has 10 now from that side of the plate, only 2 right-handed. So here we go. He's going to turn him around.
So Charlie's walking out. Joe Blanton, 6 of the 3rd. The 2 runners on base are his responsibility. He's allowed 8 hits tonight and those 2 solo home runs that we talked about. And the assumption is that Charlie's going to bring J.C. Romero into the ball game. That's it for Joe Blanton. 6 of the 3rd tonight for Big Joe. He'll lead with a 3-run lead, 2 runners on, and 1 man down here in the top of the 7th. We've got a pitching change. Chad Durbin, the right-hander, is going to be brought into the ball game for the Phils. We'll tell you about him when we return. Win the National League Cy Young.
Hint, please.
His name's on the side of the building when we walk in the media entrance at AT&T Park. That's not really a hint. It's just they have all the accolades. You know, the guys that have won MVPs and the guys that, you know, the years they've won pennants and the Cy Young Award winners. It happened in the late 60s.
Late 60s?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was going to say Gaylord Perry, but that's not right.
That would be incorrect.
Yeah.
How about Juan Marichal? You want to say that?
No, it's not Juan Marichal. Oh, Mike McCormick. We talked about him because I brought him up about his age or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had a question earlier where he was brought up,
and I knew it was Mike McCormick for some reason. I didn't know. Forgot about him winning the Cy Young Award.
Well, he was 22-10 and 67. Live back on thephillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. Thanks for playing Dodge Stump.
Pretty good left-handed pitcher.
Well, here's Andres Torres. Charlie Manuel decides to bring the right-hander Chad Durbin in to keep Torres on the left side of the plate. And there are 2 runners on with 1 man down here at the top of the 7th. Durbin's 45th game, 3-1 on 3.42 earned run average. And it's 2-0.
Yeah, he did not bring Romero in to turn him around like we kind of thought could happen. He wanted to stay this way. Try and get Torres out here.
Chad is one of those guys who was on the disabled list. He was on from the 24th of June to the 12th of July. And he's pitched pretty well this year for the Phils. To the right side. It's a foul ball. He had Torres way out in front.
Well, he has a good changeup that he throws to left-handed batters. It looked like he either threw that or some kind of breaking ball. Probably a changeup. See what he has done with inherited runners.
And he has 2 that he inherits from Joe Blanton here in the 7th. 2-2 the count to Torres. Towards second base, that could be 2. Utley to second for 1. J-roll to first in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play. He got him to go after a changeup. The double play combination that we're so used to is back, and Jimmy was used to that feed, and that helped in turning the 4-6-3 double play. Who loved it more than his sold-out crowd? Well, Chad Durbin did, because he did his job. Wide wheels, Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins right out of the chute tonight, really frisky. Got himself a base hit right through the middle, stole a couple bases. Then in his second at bat, hooks this triple into the corner. He saw that right away that he could make it. Now the third at bat, biggest hit of the game at this point, a 3-run home run for Jimmy off that slider from the starter Matt Cain that he just didn't get in far enough. And as far as Phillies cycles go, it took a long time between Johnny Callison and Greg Jeffries. And then the last one, of all people, David Bell. Chuck Klein had a couple Hall of Famers, Cy Williams. Go back into the 80s, or the 1800s for the other ones.
Well, Jimmy will have to do it right-handed because Jeremy Affeldt just off the DL today. They placed Chris Ray on the disabled list earlier today. He's the new pitcher. And the fact that the Giants didn't score and didn't take the lead in their half of the seventh, Matt Cain was pinch hit for. It means that over the last 14 games, the Giants starters are 0-8 with an earned run average around 5.5. And depending on how this one goes, Wheels, they could be 0-9. How about that?
Yeah.
From what is and what people thought was the best starting staff in the National League.
I think people still think they have tremendous rotation, but they're in one of those things right now.
1-0 the count to Jimmy. Needs a double for the cycle. And he hits it toward right center field. Torres playing shallow makes the catch. And Jimmy's going to have to hope for an at-bat maybe in this inning. Phillies could batter out, or in the 8th inning.
A great job by Chad Durbin last night. We talked about the changeup, and you know, maybe that's one of the reasons why they felt comfortable with him pitching to the left-handed batter. That throw some changeups, hope he roll one over, and he did. And Chad got the job done with the 4-6-3 double play. And Jimmy Rollins out there trying to work with his new double play partner. They seem to be fine, as you said. He's had a few of them this year. So's Chase. There have been a lot of infield combinations for the Phillies this year. How many? 8
double play combinations.
Wow. Amazing.
Polanco hitless in 3 at bats, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ryan Madson doing a great job with that 8th inning. Is up again.
And Brad Lidge sitting behind him next to David Herndon.
Yeah, Lidge was all set to come into the game last night in a save situation. The Phillies blew it open. He'd be okay with that again.
To the count to Polanco. Giants certainly could have used Jeremy Affeldt last night. It seemed like they were looking for a left-hander to bring in, and Bruce Bochy didn't go to Javier Lopez, the other lefty. Affeldt just activated today.
Yeah, this guy's a pretty good pitcher. They certainly have missed him out of the bullpen, you would think.
Sandoval takes the second hop, and he throws out Polanco for the second out. A reminder that the Powerball goes off every Wednesday and Saturday. Jackpot is at $64 million. So good luck if you decide to play. Did you get your tickets, Wheels?
No.
Not going to win if you don't get your tickets.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to have to try that one of these days.
We'll give you some numbers.
Okay. I'll split it with you. Right. Well, I think.
Chase Utley takes a pitch down and away. It's 1-0.
All those kids you have, you know, it'd probably be a nice gesture on my part.
It would be a very nice gesture on anybody's part.
Help with the college funds and all that.
Mm-hmm. Line drive, base hit for Chase. That one's heading toward the wall. It's going to get to the wall. Guillen has a very good arm. The throw not in time, and Chase spikes come up the flying. Has a double. And Chase with 2 hits in tonight's ball game, a swing and bunt, and then a double that he drilled.
That'd feel good. A fastball in off a left-hander, and as you said, he drilled it. Guillen can still throw. He used to really be able to throw. Utley busted it into second with pop-up slot.
And Chase safe and secure at second. Safe and secure. Cue the organ wheels with New York Life. An insurance run out there at second for Raul Ibanez. Raul is 0 for 2 with a walk. And he backs off a breaking ball.
Flinched up here watching that thing. Boy, that was a frisbee. Looks like Outfield's not going to let another left-hander hurt him with a fastball.
That's a whole lot of work for Jeremy Affeldt.
Oh yeah, this guy's durable.
Look out.
That's an emergency swing on a 1-1 count for some reason, but he was shocked to get a fastball.
That was a really good catch by a fan down right there. He made a heck of a grab
because that was a screamer coming in.
He saved whoever was to his left.
Bring your glove. Help everybody out.
That ball broke that glove in. I think that kid with the glasses may have been saved by the kid with the blue glove.
That ball was hit hard. Another fastball.
Another foul ball. He is so happy. He's like, I was there. He wouldn't have caught it.
Looks like Joe Madden.
Nice grab, son.
Yeah. He said he'd have caught it without the glove. I don't know about that.
His hand would have been hurting if he would have done that. There we go. That's how I did. I went right in front of him like that.
Nice guy.
Pretty sweet.
Nice catch.
Everybody was looking around. Where's the ball?
It's in that blue glove. Like an old Jose Mesa glove.
Brings it back to a story that I read today, that today's the 53rd anniversary of Richie Ashburn fouling a ball off and hitting poor Alice Roth twice.
Oh, that story.
Richie hit her with a foul ball, and then as they were taking her away on a stretcher, he hit her again. I don't know if it's true or not, but
great story.
Read it today.
No matter what. I used to ask him about that. Really happened? Yeah, sure it did. Well, he could hit, unfortunately, some of the wickedest foul balls you have ever seen over third base dugouts. And he could do it at will, just to foul pitches off to try and get another pitch to hit. He was good at that.
Ibanez lines one toward right center field. That's going to drop in and roll to the wall. Utley rolls home, and Raul is thinking about three. Around second, flying to third triple of the night for the Phillies.
I'll tell you, they're doing a lot of things right. You figure 2 outs and nobody on base, and they got the left-hander in there to go left-handed hitter, and they go double, triple off it. They were shaded Ibanez way over to left center, figuring he was going to go breaking ball away or fastball away. And what's he do? He gets a fastball in the middle of the plate, and he hooks it. No shot for Torres.
He had a long way to run. So did Raul, and Raul hustling the entire way. His 4th triple of the year. And he is safe and secure at third, safe and secure with New York Life. And Worth hits one toward the gap in right center field, and Guillen's not going to get it. A one-hop off the scoreboard. Ibanez scores, and how about the Phillies tacking on a couple of runs here at the bottom of the 7th. It's 7-2 Philadelphia.
And that would be a hit with a runner in scoring position, correct?
With 2 outs. That breaks it 0 for 34.
So we can get rid of
for Jason.
Finally get rid of that. And no one will be happier about it than Jason Worth.
Good job. 0 for 35, excuse me. Kind of lost track after a while. 0 for 35 for Jason.
Well, that's one of those ones you want to lose track of if you're the player, that's for sure.
First hit with a runner in scoring position at 2 outs since the 19th of May.
Here it is. Good job with a fastball away, it looked like, and he shoots that one into a gap. So Phillies with 2 outs and nobody on base go double, triple, double, and open this thing up to 5.
And after a trip by Dave Righetti,
maybe Durbin stays in the game now.
Victorino stands in. We've been running that number just because it's part of the game for so long. You lose count with Jason. Because as we said, it's not a number that you would expect from him, because he's a run producer.
Well, that's why I brought it up, so we can get rid of it now.
Sandoval throws out Victorino. The side retired. The Phillies scored 2 runs. They get 3 straight extra base hits. An RBI triple by Ibanez, an RBI double by Worth. It's 7-2 Phillies. Look for money-saving leases and low financing at your Honda dealer. By W.B. Mason. Who but W.B. Mason for amazingly low office product prices. And by McDonald's. Try McDonald's new Angus snack wraps. Everything you love about the Angus burgers in a wrap for just $1.99. That's McDonald's. I'm loving it. A beautiful shot of Center City. We're getting some great shots all night long and some great shots of this Phillies offense. They lead it by 5. And, in between innings, the umpiring crew came over and they were pointing toward the third base line. Jason Worth, as he was coming around third, watch what happens as he comes around third on the final out. As he hits the bag and then steps, like he stepped into a hole almost. And I think the dirt was very soft and may have been wet from the rain earlier. They brought some of that drying agent in to soak it up, firm up that area. It's calcified clay, Wheels.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it really works.
It does work.
It does a great job, as does this ground crew night after night, day after day. Guys and ladies are really good.
Worth said something to the third base umpire, Mark Carlson, as he went around third. And Mark came over, so did the home plate umpire, Jeff Kellogg. There's Jason. If you haven't seen it yet, Jason is featured in this week's edition of Sports Illustrated. In fact, the headline on the front cover of the magazine says, "What is Jason Worth really thinking?" It's a story by Franz Liz. And the headline for Jason's story is "Get Out of My Hair." Jason's had a pretty good mop top going for the last year or so. It's a pretty good story. Asked Jason what he thought about it today. He said he liked it. So it's in this week's edition of Sports Illustrated, if you haven't seen it. It's the one with Chris Johnson from the Tennessee Titans on the cover. So here we go. Ryan Madson is the new pitcher for the Phillies as we begin the top of the 8th. They'll face 2, 3, and 4.
You know that little 6-batter inning the Phillies just had? They get a base runner next inning. Jimmy Rollins could hit again.
How about that?
One didn't look like he'd have another shot at the cycle tonight.
2-0 the count to Posey.
Called holding your audience. Like people are going anywhere right now with this team. How much fun it is to watch.
Well, they're on that kind of run again. Posey's 1 for 3. He singled his first time up. And there's a strike. And it's 2-1.
Well, Ryan Madson was all heated up, so I guess they decided they're going to use him. Last night, they sat Lidge down after getting ready. And, even though this is not a normal setup type of situation for him, he's been pitching so well. And the Giants can score runs, even though they do struggle at times. And in this ballpark, you get runs in a hurry. So you figured Charlie just figured, you know what, I'm going to use Madson. And that guy right there, you get a few men on, could really hurt you.
Swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup. Buster Posey struck out twice tonight. And one away. Well, these lucky fans are tonight's Citizens 7. They will each receive a prize pack courtesy of Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank with the most 7-day branches in the Philadelphia area. To find a branch near you, visit citizensbank.com. Swing and bunt right out in front of the plate. Ruiz has got it. 2 easy outs for Ryan Madson.
Yeah, they got much easier in that one, huh?
And here comes Pat Burrell, who has homered tonight. And Madson can face him now with nobody on.
Yeah, this was the idea, hopefully, if Pat came up, that, he didn't come up in a situation with some men on base where he could really hurt you with a home run.
And a fastball right at the knees. It's 0-1. That is a fair ball. Pat didn't run. His arms are out of the side. He's thinking, hey, wait a minute, that's a foul ball. 5-3 on the putout. A 1-2-3 8th inning for Ryan Madson. The Giants retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th with the Phillies enjoying a comfortable 5-run lead. City of Philadelphia. Hey, the Milwaukee Brewers will be here beginning Friday, September 3rd at 7:05. It's a 3-game series, 2 night games and a day game. That day game, well, it's appropriate for tonight because he's having a heck of a night. IBEW Local 98 Jimmy Rollins t-shirt, free to fans 14 and under. And you can get those tickets by going to Phillies.com. How about the Brewers today? They beat Adam Wainwright And the Cardinals 3-2.
Trevor Hoffman came in with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and threw 3 strikes. And got a save, what, 598.
I think he's 2 away.
Yeah, he's 600. It was 590. I was listening to it up here in the booth when that happened, and that was some move that Ken Maka made there. And who was the hitter? It was the shortstop.
Brendan Ryan.
Brendan Ryan, and he got him out on 3 pitches.
He made an unbelievable play today, an unbelievable double play. Guillermo Mota's the new pitcher for the Giants. 49th game for Mota.
4 straight losses now for the Cardinals, losing those games at home too to the Brewers, a team that's really been scuffling.
Well, it seems like the Brewers are trying to get Trevor Hoffman to 600 saves any way they can before the end of the year.
Well, the guy he had in there was Axford. Axford. He was really scuffling at that point, so I guess Ken Maka figured, we're 20 under 500 or whatever we are. Why not try this?
Ross Glode leads it off here in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies lead it 7-2.
Hit a base run. Get Jimmy up there. Huh?
At the knees, and it's 0-1. Glode's 0 for 3 tonight. He's reached on an error by the second baseman Fontenot. Turned out to be a decent size error because it led to 3 unearned runs in the 4th inning and a 3-run home run by Jimmy Rollins.
Giants made a few mistakes the last couple nights, and the Phillies have jumped on them.
And that's been the MO for the Phillies recently,
especially
here, capitalizing on mistakes.
Yeah, especially in this ballpark.
That hard and right off Posey. 2-2. Jeff Kellogg throws it back. Gives Posey a moment. How about this story on Posey when Florida State moved him to catcher? He was a freshman All-America at shortstop. To prepare to be a catcher, he would watch baseball games and he would squat in a catcher's position for a half inning while watching the game on television just to strengthen his legs.
That's some kind of preparation.
Swing and a miss. And Glode is the first out here in the 8th. I don't know who thought of that idea. But that's a pretty novel idea. Now what Posey probably hoped is that somebody didn't have a bat around in it.
Yeah. Well, he looks young.
Just 23.
Looks like Dave Fleming, the radio announcer.
Does look like Dave Fleming.
Who was pretty ecstatic the last couple days because he got to play Marion East twice.
He played it pretty well.
Yeah.
Carlos Ruiz takes a fastball first strike. It's 0-1.
Dominic Brown.
For 3.
Yeah, Dominic Brown's out there to get in that bat to hit for Ryan Madsen.
Ruiz lines one down the left field line. A foul ball inches away from being another extra base hit for Carlos.
Boy, he's getting some good swings. That's another ball was really hit hard too.
No balls, 2 strikes the count. There's Jimmy hoping for one more chance to pick up that cycle. Uribe backhands. Throws out Ruiz, so it's up to Dominic Brown to keep the inning alive. So Mota, the veteran. Retires too, and here comes Dominic Brown. Great view from out of Ashburn Alley. Great food out there as well. The fans got a chance to enjoy. And this ballpark sold out again. 99 consecutive sellouts. Dominic Brown this year hitting .225. He has a home run and 11 runs batted in. Confidence to the organization to keep him up here. As Charlie said, he has some attributes that Charlie thinks can help the ball club, and that's one of the attributes. Boy, that's going to be a long one. Right over the AT&T billboard. Second deck home run for Dominic Brown. That's shades of spring training against Justin Verlander. It's 8-2 Phillies.
Look at his teammate. That baby went further than one Torres hit to lead off the game. That was a long one. That's a big-time home run right there. That is, as Charlie would say, that is big power. It's tough, come up pinch hitting the big legs. Here comes Jimmy Rollins with a chance now.
Fans want a curtain call, and they want a double from J-Roll. There it is. That's great.
Man, that was a long one.
Jimmy, just the double away from the cycle. That home run is something that left everybody in awe, and now maybe Jimmy could do the same thing.
We're talking about if you could get one base runner in this inning. Well, they got a base runner. He circled him.
Two and one the count to J-Roll.
He could really look for a gap ball right now. Jimmy's really had a good approach here tonight, but this is one of those ones we can be a little selfish and look for something you can really drive, and then maybe stop at second.
Over to first. Aubrey Huff's got it. Thought about tossing it to Moto, but then takes it to the bag himself. The side is retired. How about this swing from Dominic Brown? We said when he hit his first home run it would be the first of many. Well, we'll say it again. As long as this one was, you would assume that that is the first of many. The first of many long ones, and it's given the Phils an 8-2 lead. Coming on a 440-foot home run by Dominic Brown. It was a blast. And they'll take this 6-run lead into the top of the 9th. He is all smiles right now. Mike Sweeney right behind him. Just got finished saying that Charlie said that there are some attributes that he feels can help the ball club. And that's why Dominic stayed up when Chase Utley was activated. And One of those attributes went a long way. Here's Jose Contreras. He's the new pitcher for the Phillies as we go to the top of the ninth. Phillies trying to win back-to-back games against the Giants. Win 4 in a row overall. '49th game for Jose. 6-3, a 3.60 ERA. Hasn't worked in 6 days. On the outside corner, and it's 1-1. Last 25 games, the Phillies starters have gone 6 innings or more, including tonight. 21 of the 25 ball games. Ruiz gives it a peek, but it's back into the seats. Off the end of the bat towards center, waiting for it, Victorino, 1 away. A reminder that the Florida Marlins will be here for a 4-game series. It includes a day-night doubleheader on Monday, September 6th, 105 and 705. That 705 game is a Hatfield Dollar Dog Night. The 105 game is a rescheduled ball game from earlier this year. Get your tickets by going to Phillies.com. You can also get your tickets for this weekend series against the Nationals, next week's series against the Astros. Here's Pablo Sandoval with the 1 away. Sandoval popped out to short, grounded to second, struck out. 0 for 3 tonight. Over to second base. Big hop for Chase Utley. 2 outs. Another reminder after the game, it's a special edition of the Xfinity Phillies postgame show. John Clark and Mike Missinelli have all the highlights, insights, and fan interaction. It's the Xfinity Phillies postgame show right after the game on MyPHL 17.
I saw us in there. Does that mean we're going to be on there?
We are.
And I have the right shirt on. You don't.
I don't, not for the postgame show. But I'll be like Mr. Rogers and I'll change.
My fault. You have the right shirt on. I don't.
Juan Uribe hits a foul. When Wheels wears the wrong shirt, it makes Sarge's day.
He just, you'd have think somebody
the best thing in the world.
You'd have think somebody just brought a big food order in.
When he's in a bad mood, I may just tell you the wrong shirt just to make him feel better.
He really did enjoy that.
The 0-1 to Uribe. Off the end of the bat toward right field. Jason Worth is there, makes the catch. The Phillies are 20 games over the 500 mark here at Citizens Bank Park. What a home field advantage it has become once again. Jimmy Rollins, he had himself a heck of a night. Just a double away from the cycle. His 3-run home run was the big blow, and he is our Chevrolet player of the game. The Phillies lead in the wild card is up to 2 games over the San Francisco Giants. I know the Phillies are thinking division, and that's the right thought, but they still have a 2-game cushion with a lot of games to be played over the Giants, 2.5 over the Cardinals, and 6.5 over the Colorado Rockies.
Well, I think as much as anything, too, they want to make a statement to the Giants right now. If they were to meet again later on, that they can play with them and that they can handle them. And the Giants, of course, feel that they can handle the Phillies. But right now they are playing really good baseball, and they jumped on some mistakes again tonight. And that young man hit a titanic pinch hit home run.
440 feet. That's only part of the storyline of the 8-2